Okay, hey, we're not even going to mess with YouTube Live right now. It's acting up. We got problems. We don't know what's going on, so we're going to use the GoPro. Banana Show Monday. Um, Journaling today is about managing left and right brain. We got a lot going on. First off, well, I hear some birds, and I got this cigar going, Fat Bottom Betty. That tells me right away I can get into that right brain, get into that creative mode a little bit because I've been a lot of left brain crashing lately. Some of it for good reason, though. So we got a lot going on. First off, shout out to all the Maine people, all my people in Maine that are experiencing winter, reminding you that you're still in Maine, and if you don't have a generator and you lost your power, a lot of action. We got a lot of action there. Speaking of basic necessities, which are talked about often, sometimes, man, times are getting tough if you don't have that generator and the power's out. Ice and snow all over the state. Um, I'd be lying if I said I was living it with you because I'm in Florida, but I'd like to be. I'd like to be. I don't know. I don't really know. But anyway, kick some ass. This is what makes Mainers Mainers, and you deserve the beer at the end of the week because you did all your shoveling and you did all your stuff. And then when flatlanders like me go up there to hang out when the coast is clear and it's warm until leaf peeping season, when it gets a little nippy before we head south, you get to shit talk us because we're not going through that. But we are pumping money into the state for the tourista action. Whoopie pies and your Italians and your Uncle Henry and you get your Moxie. I mean, you could puts hair on your body. Moxie puts hair on your body. That's what I heard. Anyway, so there's that. You guys are kicking ass. All right, we're chilling now. We're starting to chill. All right, managing left and right brain, journal for Banana Show Monday. That's today. Okay, here's what happens to me. If I get out of balance and I go too far into the right brain and I'm meditating on some Mountain Dew top somewhere, shit, there goes my glasses. See, I told you it's a banana show around here. I'm all pumped up, all jazzed up. Okay. Anyway, you get into that right brain, that creative space. I've tested out the limitations or my own limitations in the moment of pushing it so hard in the right brain that everything is spontaneous. I've talked about it. Get out in the coach ski on the road, which we got an update for the coach ski coming in. We had a little water leak. Things are happening with that. That'll be upcoming. No spoiler alert yet because we got big things happening. Anyway, you get out there and you're living spontaneous in your life, whatever it is you're doing. Now, you can't do it at work. If you got a boss and you got an agenda and you got timelines, you got checks to cash, obviously you're not going to do that. That's fine. You're not supposed to. But when you're in your off time, which I have a lot of it, thankfully, and I'm in my right brain, maybe it's on the weekend for some people, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going all right brain. I'm just going to hang out. I'm going to decompress. I'm going to chill. That's awesome. And it so has its place. But if I get too far in that, it's hard to come back. I got to ground myself. Here's what I mean by that. It's hard to even talk to people. It's hard to, it's hard to have a conversation. Because what a lot of people are generally talking about is their job, is their family, their kids, their life, all the things, their responsibilities. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't even relate. So we got a relatability problem when we're out of balance, too far in the right brain. That's a problem. There was a time when I was like, I'm going to live spontaneous. Everything, I'm going to be like my cat or an animal, just in the wild, totally feral. Okay, that's great if you want to be a hermit. I don't want to be a hermit. I'm a social creature. I like my socializing just like anybody. Too much solitude. I don't know about all that. Okay, there's that. We're out of balance. So you got to manage that. How do we do it? Well, of course, you got the other side. You got the yin and the yang. On the left side, like lately, I've been in a lot of left brain. Task, completion, do this, do that, which that's fine. Look, hey, we're riding the wave right now. There's a certain comfort that comes along with at least identifying that you are out of balance. We already talked about a little bit of retrograde, which, hey, if that's an excuse for some people, that's fine. I'm here to tell you it's not something that I use to lean on as justification. I wish it didn't bother me. I'm not a victim of it. I don't need to lie and say, well, that's happening because it's retrograde. No, I feel it. I don't like it, but it is what it is. So if anybody tries to tell me that, well, it's all in your mind. No, that's how you see it. You're not in my mind, so you don't know. So you're just assuming that I'm a victim. I'm offended by that. Anyway, I don't want to go off on that. Not a big deal. We're secure enough around here to know where things are at, so we don't have to roll over and go belly up and play victim, because playing victim is not productive at all. I've never seen anything good come from it. Ultimately, just like alcohol's sneaky as fuck. We know that. Okay. So now we're a little bit too creative. We're a little bit too much in our right brain. We're floating in the clouds. We can't relate. If somebody comes to rob you, you can't even defend yourself because you're thinking that everybody's just nice. Okay, now we got to get back a little bit. Well, for me, it's an introduction of boots on the ground things. Ground yourself immediately. That's what I'm doing. I'm not loving up on Uggy Boy because that's right brain action. Boots on the ground. Okay, cool. I'll even take on a task that I don't even have to do that's left brain related just to exercise that part of it to get me in that. I manipulate myself. Matter of fact, I was going to put a video out about self-manipulation and how that can be a good thing. So spoiler alert, not to be confused with self-mutilation. Now you don't want to do that. We don't want to take it too far. Anyway, so everybody talks about, well, stay balanced, keep your... Okay, well, how? Well, I'm talking about it. Specifically, examples and meaning behind this stuff. So if I'm too far on the right, I can't. I'm kind of a limp dick. Can't really do much. Yeah, I don't know if I can really check on that. I don't know if I can mow the yard because, I'm over here dancing around these clouds. No, we ain't doing that. So that's the right brain, the depth that it can go. Left brain, which I've been in lately, here's examples and symptoms of too far in the left brain and out of balance. Short with people, being kind of short with people. Some people are going to watch this video that I've been short with. Anyway, so let's see, what else? Not as empathetic, not as sympathetic, sort of brushing things off, can't be bothered with this or that. That's more of something that somebody would see as he's kind of dismissive and kind of being a little bit of a dick. And the right brain bad is, geez, get out of the clouds, buddy. You okay? It's more like, you okay? Left brain, it's like, you're a dink. So, whatever. Both of them aren't good. That's how I know when I'm too far one way or the other. Now, again, in order to balance, it's self-manipulation. That's how I do it. It's not a fake it till you make it. I'm committed to it. I'll do it. It's not, well, let me just mess it. No, I'm doing that to get that. I'll do it. Mow the lawn twice if that's what it takes to get you back into a little bit of left brain. That's fine. I'm not saying that you can't mow a yard in your creative space and make weird designs Let's not get too argumentative about the shit. Clearly, I'm pumped up today because we got a lot going on. So when things are happening in my left brain, whether it's something I'm doing for me that's self-inflicted, or I'm helping somebody else, which that's currently a thing. We've got business going on. One thing I wanted to say, there's a lot of people out there, we hear a lot of negativity about people and all the negative stuff. I'm here to tell you. And there's beauty we talk about too. Let me give you an example of beauty. There's nothing more noble, and there's nothing more selfless than the simple act of somebody who gives to a non-have. Another person, a non-have. You don't even have to know the person, but you give. Very selfless. I'm very turned on by that. I try to do that in my own life to a degree, to the level I can with others. And when I see other people doing it on a bigger scale than me, I'm envious. I love that. And of course, envy is a good form of flattery, right? I don't know. Somebody said that once. Anyway, it's true. So I want to put that out there. There are good people in this world. Man. But anyway, get into the left brain when you need to, when you got to go to work, when you got to make some deal happen, when you got to turn the screws on this or that. Do it. Whether it's annoying, do it. That's life. Self-love and self-care and self-awareness will win the day, because when that task is over in that left brain, come on back to the creative. Pluck the harp a little bit. Get inside of yourself. That's the ebb and flow for me. That's the balance. We talk about balance. These are all examples of it. Left, right brain. The battle between the left, the ego. And again, good ego will serve you. But the battle between the ego and the intuition, and man, it's a whole situation. Anyway, managing left and right brain. Those are all examples. I try to apply this in my life every day. As long as I have a breath, there's a conscientious effort for me to stay balanced. Here's the reward. Hummingbird out there on the honeysuckle. The reward is presence, self-accountability, self-awareness, love, a lot of love in there, appreciation, presence, being present when balanced. That's why I want to be balanced, not because I read it in a book or some magazine or somebody said, hey, you need to have balance in your life, young Jedi. Presence is what it is. A lot of love and appreciation and humility with presence, and you're in that groove, and it's really nice. So that's the attraction for me. That's the payout. Everybody wins in that case, starting with me, and then I can spread that elsewhere. When you mismanage left and right brain, everybody has their individual soul print, fingerprint, snowflake, whatever you want to call it, imprint on what that looks like. And I haven't seen one case yet where somebody told somebody else, hey, you're out of balance. You need to do this, 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 and this. And they're like, oh, why didn't you tell me? And then they just did it. Case closed, Johnson. It's not like that. Yes, somebody can lead you to the door. But you got to go through that fire of awareness and learning and growth and evolution and all these things. Because the reason why nobody else can tell you how to balance or how to love or how to have humility. And this is the big disconnect I feel on the planet. People don't want to ask questions. They want to just talk and, man, you should do this and you should do that. No, that's how you do it. And I used to be so guilty of this. That's why I've like done a 180 on this of this is just, I say it in my videos all the time. This is how I do it. I'm not sitting, sitting in a drum circle just beating that for everybody to follow that cadence. Follow your own cadence. If you don't know the cadence, we always talk about this. Take a look inside. How emotionally attuned to that feel, to that emotion, to that. That's the trigger. The emotion is the answer to the test. And it's so simple. This doesn't feel good. Well, stop doing it. Man, this feels good, but I don't deserve this. There's the self-loathing bullshit. Well, I don't know. What are you doing? Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. We know about that. Okay, so anyway, a little bit scattered today, but we're hyping a little bit, but it's all true. Again, I think collectively, if we would just ask more questions to get to know someone's perspective as opposed to demanding that they follow the cadence that makes sense to you. Everybody's different. Yes, we can have common ground and we can have good synergy with people and they can help, of course. But at the end of the day, it's you. It's always going to be you. My uncle used to say, you come into this world alone and you die alone. I know that sounds ominous and dark. It's not. It's just factual. Now, from another spirit standpoint, that's not true, but you see what I'm saying today. So anyway, managing the left and right brain, the balance, the life balance. There's a cadence. There's a rhythm. And when you get to know about it, you start to realize that it's limitless. We talk a lot about the same things just in different areas and, depending on the day or whatever. But listen, it's real. I love it. Anyway. That's about what I got today. Let me think if there's anything else. No, get through the week. We're getting it. Just get it. Just trying to get it. All right. And I'm sober, but I'm a little pumped up. So, okay. Have a great night.